All right, so we have a system of equations here that we have to solve through graphing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these equations and rewrite them in slope-intercept form, graph each one of those resulting lines, and then figure out where those lines intersect, because it is that single point, that x and y value, which is considered the solution to our system of equations. So let us start with this equation right here. We have x plus 4y is equal to 24. All right, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to start by rewriting this equation by writing our y term first. And then I'm going to take this constant on the other side and slide it over to the right to leave room for the x term, which goes right here. So we're going to take this x term and move it to the other side of our equation by writing it as its inverse. And of course, the opposite of positive x is negative x. And because this 24 is positive, we have to write a plus sign in front of that. All right. Next, what we're going to do is isolate our y completely by dividing 4 by itself to turn that into one single y. And then we have to divide 4 into all of the terms on the other side. Now, the coefficient of x is -1. So what we have here is -1 divided by 4, which is really -1/4 x. And we have to divide positive 24 by positive 4, which is equal to positive 6. All right, let us go ahead and do the same thing with the second equation here. We have -7x plus 4y is equal to -8. All right, so we write our y term first, which is positive 4y, and then we slide this constant over to leave room for the x term, which is -7x right now, but after we move it to the other side, we must write that as positive 7x. And we don't have to write a plus sign here, we can just leave this as -8. Although adding -8 is the same thing as just subtracting 8. Now what we have to do is divide both sides of our equation by the coefficient of 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1y, which is what we're trying to accomplish. And here we have 7 divided by 4, which we're going to leave as an improper fraction, 7/4 x. And then we're going to take -8 and divide that by positive 4, which is -2. All right, now we have these two equations in a form that we can easily graph. All right, so starting with this equation here, we can see that this positive 6 here is our y-intercept. So we're going to go ahead and make a point at positive 6. And then we're going to make subsequent points by looking at what our slope is, which is -1/4. So from this point, we're going to go down 1 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, and make a new point. And I'm just going to do that a couple of times because that is enough points to make a straight line. And for this equation here, we are going to make a point at -2 on the y-axis. This is the y-intercept. And from there, we're going to use our slope 7/4 to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and over 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can see that this point is shared between this line and this line. But let us go ahead and graph these lines so we can visually see this. So I'm going to draw this line right here and a line going through those points. And as we can see, the two lines intersect right here, which has an x value of 4 and a y value of 5, which is the solution to our system of equations.